Yeah, so you see, Governor,
Chair, just with your permission, the point that I wanted to make is, if you look at the issues here, Governor, at the Senate we also look at the materiality of the conversations we have. Yeah. If there is an issue of a pending bill of 2 million, and then there is another issue of projects valued at 139 million shillings, you would understand why we in the Senate would be more concerned about the figure of 139 as opposed to the 2 million Kenya shillings, or a query on ethnic balance, because we can already tell when you are being introduced there, I couldn't hear anything that sounds like someone from my home. But these 139 million projects, Auditor General, if you were to look at them, I think there are, how many projects are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. They're almost 19. At the end there is my favorite, Cameroon, which I wanted the Auditor General to report having seen, been there presently, because here in Nairobi we are told a lot of stories. Now, if Governor, the auditor has not had the occasion to visit these places, it will be very difficult, Chair, for us to have that conversation. But in the briefing of the Auditor General, I think for the receipt of revenue, there was only one issue that was outstanding. Maybe my suggestion would be, we set aside this one for the executive for now, because it would be a great disservice to the people of Elgeyo for me to sit down here and discuss ethnic diversity in Elgeyo Marakwet when I know what the problem is, and not those projects where you have sunk almost 150 million Kenya shillings.
And just also to give us an example, if you look, I look at the first project, Tunyo Health Center, construction of morgue, 3,887,260. The project had been marked complete, but it was not in use since the morgue had not been equipped. If we make a finding, maybe from your report, that the morgue now is in use, we would want the auditor to verify that the morgue now is in use. But now, if you give that report that the morgue is in use on Friday, and the audit has not gone on the ground, then we would not satisfy ourselves as a committee that that morgue is actually in use. Senator Cherargei, you asking for the mic?
Yes, thank you, Chair. One, I largely agree, because I really wanted us to discuss the issues of projects because it gives value for the conversation. I think the era of literature must come to an end, and I wish maybe the auditor would have engaged with some of these projects that you have indicated. So, Chair, I think what we can do in the circumstances, we can do receiver of revenue, because those are things we can engage in, and it doesn't need a lot of look into, and then we can organize county visits to Elgeyo Marakwet to ascertain. Remember, Chair, this is one of the counties out of serious consideration as a house. We added an extra 1 billion among Vihiga and Isiolo and the rest, and Tharaka Nithi. So we want to see the value for money, like what Sifuna said on Kamarich, not Kamarini, and many other projects. Maybe, Chair, maybe I can find out from Mheshimiwa Barsulai whether the county assembly have considered. Mheshimiwa Barsulai, Sifuna, we used to hustle.
Senator Sifuna.
But he's comfortable. He's a man who doesn't want titles. Senator Sifuna,
you are right.
Mheshimiwa Barsulai, we used to hustle together in Eldoret, and we used to meet at an hotel called Marmar Hotel near the stage. Yeah, the chair of park. We used to take in a place called Marmar Hotel near Kapsabet stage. Did he introduce himself? Yeah, he introduced himself. So I am happy he's here, but I really wanted to find out from him as the county assembly. You know, Waziri Alfaz for finance was a big man those days. He was a lecturer. He was a part-time lecturer, as we were just asking the CC for finance. So I wanted to find out from Mheshimiwa Barsulai as a county assembly chair whether they have considered the report and if they can give us any recommendations. I yield, Chair.
Yeah, Chair Park, Have you had opportunity to consider these two reports, receiver of revenue and county executive? And if so, do you have a report that you've done with recommendations for implementation to the executive? And maybe can we get a copy?
Thank you, Chair. I'm Honorable Alfred Parsulai, MCA Kabimit Ward, Chair, Public Accounts Committee. The way Honorable Senator Cherarke have said, it is true, I can confirm. Number two, Chair, on the matter now, we are sorry that we have not considered. We have done scrutiny. We have given out letters to CC to respond. And the way auditor received his copy, we also received it on Friday. Yeah, and we have not done anything, but we have gotten the response.
When was the audit report presented tabled in the assembly?
Yes, Chair.
Was it tabled?
It is tabled.
When was it tabled in the assembly?
February.
February.
Yes, we have done scrutiny and we have requested for responses, and we have not received the responses. We received it on Friday, the responses.
Have you had the opportunity to sit down with the CECs from the county executive? Do they come to the assembly?
They normally come.
What do you mean by normal? On which days do they come?
Chair?
Have they appeared before you, the CECs, to discuss this report?
They have been appearing on other reports, but for this one, they have not. We were waiting for their responses. Then we liaised with Office of Auditor General for a day to respond.
You know, our leaders have said that assemblies are supposed to oversight the executive. Now, what are the challenges you're facing? Because if you receive a report in February, now we are in September, and you have not considered that report, you have not met the executive in conjunction with the Auditor General. What are the challenges?
Number one, Chair, when we have done scrutiny and we request for responses, they delay. That's the worst part of it, delayment. So you cannot schedule for a hearing date when you have not received the responses, and the Office of Auditor also to confirm, so that we plan together. Because during hearings, we normally request the Office of Auditor General to be present in our meetings. So for this case...
Can you explain how the delay looks like? For example, after you received the report, when did you write to the executive? To the
we wrote on May 29th for responses.
May 29th.
So up to today, they have not responded?
Come up again, Chair.
From May 29th,
yes.
Today is September 30th. You have not received a response from the CECs?
We have not. Until Friday. We received it on Friday.
What is the story there?
Chair, I want to confirm that this report is not new, because this report came in February. We were even supposed to have appeared in this committee earlier, and we had done even our response. And anytime we do our responses, Chair, we share with all the stakeholders, including the county assembly. So maybe, I don't know, maybe there must be some communication breakdown between the assembly and the, or even within the assembly itself, because the Senate received our responses. There is no way, just few meters away, they may not have received our response, because we even did written responses that time. And I will need to confirm. That is where
the problem is, Governor.
Yes.
That the responses can reach Nairobi when they have not reached the county assembly of Elgeyo Marakwet.
Yes, Chair. I can even confirm here that the first time we did our responses was 14th March.
To the assembly.
2025. To the Senate, and anytime we do it, it is automatically done to the county assembly as a copy.
As a copy. The chair pack is here. He's the one who invites the CECs. Yeah. And the CEC finance is here. And the chief officer is here. The receiver of revenue is here. So what are the challenges? Because ideally, it is the assemblies who are supposed to oversight.
Yes, Chair, because even as we speak in this committee now, we have CECs who did not accompany us because they had prior appointments with the county assembly, and they're appearing. And it is a policy in my county that anytime you are summoned by the county assembly, every CEC must appear. So, Chair, I don't think
just to take you back to your own response,
yes,
there's a problem there.
Yes.
There's a problem there because when the county assembly originates correspondence to your CECs, that is a different engagement from a letter from the Senate. If you only respond when you are responding to the Senate and copy the county assembly, it means the correspondence from the county assembly goes unanswered.
No, Chair.
Do you see?
No, Chair. We even anytime they call us on separate without even the Senate, we actually respond to that.
Issue that you need to respond to. That there was an invitation from May for the CECs to respond and to appear, but you wait until there is a Senate appearance so that you copy the assembly. Is that fair?
I don't think that is true. I will need to confirm from the member of the county assembly, and I have never gotten any attention to me that the CECs have refused. Maybe the MCA and even my county secretary is here. I haven't received, because anytime there is a delay, they usually write to my county secretary to say this has delayed.
Maybe, Chair, Mheshimiwa Barsulai, which reports are ready? So it means in 2023, 2024, 2022, 2023 reports are ready. When did you the last consideration apart from this? And secondly, apart from appearance on OAG reports by the county executive, what is normally the main challenge? Are they busy? I know county assembly and the county governor's office is just, you don't need fuel or per diem to walk into county assembly of Elgeyo Marakwet, and I have never known Elfas as a man who is rude. So unless after getting into county, he has grown some horns after becoming waziri. So, Chair, maybe you should tell us, number one, how far have they considered all the reports? Is it the only reports that they are yet to consider? Number two, Chair, to the Chair of PAC, Barsulai, whether the issue is. And then, Governor, you know, that statement is dangerous. How do you say you are not aware whether CECs are appearing or not? Yet you are the head of the county and you chair cabinet meetings. I thought it's a very important policy issue.
Governor.
Chair, I didn't say I don't know. I said it is a policy in my county that anytime you receive summonses from the county assembly, you must appear. The same way I have appeared religiously in the Senate since my first day in office. So when the MCA, the PAC chair is saying that he has not received, that's why I'm saying it has not been brought to my attention, because they usually bring to my attention any CEC who has refused to appear, either both verbally or even in written.
Senator Kisang.
You know, Chair, this is an issue basically that should have been resolved at the county level. You know, we are discussing as Senate something that should have been resolved between the county assembly and the governor and his executive. So maybe what from this engagement, then it means the CECs, when the governor also goes back, he needs to go and read a riot act to your CECs so that they appear when they are invited by the county assemblies so that they can answer, because the assembly is the primary oversight. So that by the time you are invited to Senate governor, we should not have any issues. The issue should have been reduced. And the chair, Barsulai, there is the one who, and his colleagues should be helping us so that these small issues should not arise. Because you can imagine the governor, the chair PAC from the assembly saying he received on Friday, which is basically 3-4 days ago, and they did a letter May. So maybe also Honorable Barsulai should have also followed up with a reminder. If they didn't give you responses in good time, you do a reminder. And then Chair, I was saying because the auditors need to go to the ground, then maybe to make progress, let's discuss the receiver of revenue, and maybe we can also give the governor at least maybe opportunity to say something generally on the executive report, because I have an issue on 2 of the items, even before they come back again. Because you mentioned Tunyo. Tunyo is in my, Tunyo Health Center is in my village. That's my ward, actually, where I was born. And the mortuary has been put in place. I'm told they've already equipped, but it's not been operationalized because of 2 issues. One issue is that they need to do some bit of plumbing work, and they have not employed staff to work on the mock. So I wanted to confirm from the governor if it is true. But the report here says it's been operationalized and receiving bodies, but which I don't think it is true, Chair.
Thank
You know, we are under oath also.
Thank you, Senator Kisang. You see, it's very difficult to proceed when the auditors have not gone on the ground on the issue of the executive report. However, so that we make progress, we are following up on the issue of the county assembly because we want to know the nature of cooperation, and as defenders of devolution, we want to know how the executive is cooperating with the assembly as the primary oversight entity. If the executive is not responding to the assembly, then how would they do their work? It would be extremely difficult. And Chair, County Assembly,
Yes.
are you aware that there are timelines, very stringent timelines that need to be met by the Auditor General, by the Assembly in terms of considering the reports and doing the reports and the recommendations? Are you aware that by 31st of December, the auditor must have given the report, submitted the report to the Assembly, and for you to have 3 months, January, February, March, by March 31st, you must have considered the reports and tabled them. And then the executive is supposed to implement, and you follow up on the implementation after that 1st December, March. Are you aware of that provision of law?
Yes, Chair, I'm aware. In fact, the entire Assembly have even scaled up our budget to facilitate us and support us in making sure we have done with the backlog so that we will be up to date. And I promise you, Chair, to date, this one is a special issue today, but they have been appearing. The CECs have always been cooperating. This one just got up with us because I know maybe CEC, Finance and the department were busy, but the other departments...
You know they are busy.
Maybe, that is their excuse. Chair.
Chair of PAC.
Yes, Chair.
You know, you have a responsibility to help us as a committee because we share a mandate. You are primary oversights and we are secondary oversights.
Yes.
We know what happens in counties. In most places, I'm not saying in Elgeyo Marakwet, the governors look down upon our assemblies, the county assemblies and the MCS. They don't consider you important enough to show up. We have seen in other counties, the governor ignores summons and they go straight to the Senate because they think here is where they should take issues seriously because we have powers to impeach them and they come here. So we want a true picture of the situation there, and you can help us because we would want to build the capacity of the Assembly to also be able to do some of these things. When these reports come to us and you have already looked at them, you have seen now like an issue of Tunyo Health Center. I have no idea where that is. But you as a person who is on the ground there should be able to come and say, by the way, Sifuna, the governor is lying to you. Tunyo mortuary is not operational. Now, if by good luck the senator comes from that specific area, if he was not here, then he will not be supplying us with that information. So what you do as a way of advice to the Assembly, when you write invitation letters to CECs, keep those copies. Keep those copies. Next time you come before the Senate, show us an invitation to a CEC that has been copied to the Auditor General for a specific issue, and then you give us a status update and say, this one has shown up, this one has not shown up. Then the governor will not be saying here that he was not aware. So we want to help you as an institution because there are also audit queries for the Assembly here. Yeah. But we decided that, because we want to grow the capacity of assemblies, we need to support you. So don't be shy. And I don't think the governor, this one is not a very scary man. Why are you scared of him? You know you have a mandate over him. Don't be scared. Yeah. So let us get the true picture, and you can help us help you by providing documentation, especially on those invitations and whether they have been honored or not. Those are my comments.
And next year, Chair, if you come with your report from PAC County Assembly of Elgeyo Marakwet, we will go through it. If it is satisfactory, we'll just adopt it as our report in the Senate and then follow up on implementation. Yeah, then our work will be very easy. Yeah, so that now we just deal with issues of policy.
Chair, Mheshimiwa did not answer on how far have they, which reports have they considered? Is it the only remaining is 23-24, or they did consider 23-25? Because if my memory serves me right through you, Chair, some of the projects that appeared in prior year matters include some of the projects in this financial year. So, Mheshimiwa Barsulai, have you considered 23, 22, 23? And have you tabled a report through the Chair?
Yes, Chair Park.
On the issue of Honorable Senator Cherargei, we have not considered.
So how far have you gone? What are the latest reports you have tabled? Which year?
We are up to date in most of the reports. Assembly, we are done up to date. On the issue of education fund and most of the funds, we are up to date.
For this financial year?
Yes, we are up to date. We are working on the current reports. So, on what the Honorable Chair has advised that we need to be concerned.
No, you didn't get me very well. What I meant is that where is the report of your committee that has been tabled in Elgeyo Marakwet County Assembly and has been adopted by the House? Is it 2019, 2020, 2020, 2021, 2021, 2022, 2022, 2023? Which one have you tabled? Because, Chair, most of these reports, we were with you in the last session of public accounts, and some of the projects which appear here existed then, and I know Senator Dulo was with us in the last session.
So we are up to 2021.
Oh, so you have tabled 2020, 2021?
Yes.
So you are yet to consider 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24?
Yes.
The same problem that the county government executive do not want to appear before you? Or you are waiting for report writing on the 2 financial years before this?
After scrutiny, we request for response. Now, when they respond, that is when we can plan for.
So have they responded for the 2021, 2022, 2022, 2023?
Yes, all the response now is with us.
Okay. Do you have the reports?
Yes, we do.
You have the reports for 2021, 2022?
From Mufti Secretary General,
2022,
we have all of them.
2023?
We have.
Okay. You might need to give us maybe to the secretariat, our secretariat, the recommendations that you made.
Yes.
And our worry, you know, is that we have projects that are being started and they're not getting completed. Some are taking too much time. And it's not only for Elgeyo Marakwet. Across the country, a project of worth 5 million, done for 5 years, it doesn't make sense. There is no value for money. We want, when our budgets are being made, they are made in such a manner that even if it means just one word getting a project of 3 million or 4 million, but those projects are complete. There is no reason why you should start 5 projects worth 3 million each in a ward, and then you give them 1 million each in a financial year. It doesn't make sense. There will be no value for money.
Chair, thank you very much for touching on that issue. And, I want the county assembly to assist the executive because we have a law that was enacted 2015, and it is really giving us a headache as a county because when they take resources to the ward, they split into small projects that cannot even be seen. So I want to the MCA, and I've had a conversation with the governor and also with the MCS. That law requires to be changed, Chair, so that at least we can do some flagship projects for the people of Elgeyo Marakwet County. They put small projects, 2 million here, 500,000, and they'll continue forever. They'll not be completed. So, Bwana Barsulai, please, do something.
Chair, on that matter.
Yeah, do something so that at least we can. If I ask you now, 2027, if you are going to seek for re-election, what flagship project has been done by the county of Elgeyo Marakwet County in your ward that you'll say, have a project for 20 million or 30 million? Because if you put 1,500,000 in a road, ikinyesha tu in a paper, so you can't show anything.
Thank you, Chair.
Yes.
So far, we have the Committee of Finance and Executive are considering on that issue of EDA, where they share resources down to wards. It is progressive, and I promise that there is a positive response. The CC Finance and the Committee on Finance are working together to see that we get flagship projects. On that again, as leaders of Elgeyo Marakwet County, we have an assignment that we need to put our heads together so that we can see how best, with the help of this EDA, that we distribute resources to the entire county. The challenge that we have in our county is very alive, that we have regionals, that is Marakwet and Tekeyo side. Why the EDA came in is because of, if the governor today is Akeyo, what will happen to Marakwet? What happens to a governor who is biased? And that is the essence of why EDA, equal distribution of these resources to everyone. Now it is up to us to sit down as Elgeyo Marakwet County leaders and agree what are these flagship projects that can favor regions like the highlands, the lowlands, and even production in our area. There is areas that produce coffee. What can we do to help them? Those are the things that I can say.
And as
a county,
chair,
yes.
As the vice chair to this committee, being from a small county, I would expect that you'll sit with the governor, because I come from a small county, same way as Elgeyo Marakwet, Isiolo, Tharaka-Nithi, and we really fought with your senator to ensure that we have more money appropriated through the new formula for division of revenue. I know we got about 372 million. We did not have a way of ring-fencing that money to go to development, but I wish that we can go and sit down and just get at least one project, a flagship project, out of the over 300 million that was appropriated to Elgeyo Marakwet, so that at least the people of Elgeyo Marakwet can see or can feel the fruits of devolution. Senator Charargei, then we go to...
Just as an advice to the county assembly, because I know where Mheshimiwa Barsulai want to go is very dangerous, because I think in his thinking he should be saying we should have two counties, the Elgeyo County and Keyo or Mabunjan County or something like that. I think that is what he is. But I want to encourage him and his colleagues, just come up with an equitable act or bill, so that you don't need to do those segregation of small monies that will not give value for the projects. What you do, come up with an equitable bill, the way we have done, the way you have done in Taita Taveta. Just come up with an equitable bill so that you isolate, because I know Elgeyo Marakwet, the areas which are hardship, the areas which are facing insecurity like Keriovala and many others. So come up with a bill called equitable bill so that you focus and have projects that give value, Chair. So I don't see the need of segregating into small amount of 200,000, which will not have value for money. So come up with a equitable bill, and then segregate the county, then give basis on the structure of zonal of the Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Thank you. We are joined by a member of this committee. Please, Senator Dulo, go on record.
Atumadulo Isiolo, member.
We need to progress to the receiver of revenue. Members, we've agreed that we do receiver of revenue. Then you can leave the county executive report for another time. Auditor, are there any issues, or is there any issue that is still remaining unresolved in the receiver of revenue report? Which one is it, Auditor?
Chair, report of the Auditor General on receipt of revenue statement for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Government of Elgeyo Marakwet. Chair, the report had a qualified opinion, and the basis for qualification was one. One was about unsupported arrears of revenue. Chair, in my brief, I'm indicating it is addressed. Chair, and by so saying that, I'm not saying it is solved. And we have other matters, which is unresolved prior year audit matters. Chair, this committee constitutes an oversight that also needs to look at these matters. And the last one was weak internal controls in revenue management. Chair, the last one looked a bit gray. Maybe I may wish us
the
to
weak
discuss
internal controls.
Yes, Chair.
And in revenue management. Please go through it.
Yeah, Chair. Weak internal controls in revenue management. The statement of receipts and disbursement reflects on source revenue of Kenya shillings 274,982,755. Included in this balance is Kenya shillings 9,510,368 received from 3 income streams whose documentary evidence were not provided for during the audit. Chair, I have a table here. One would be public health service fee. The amount is 2,727,950. The second one is property rent, 5,993,811, and the third one is land rates, 788,607. This was in contravention of Section 157(2) of the Public Finance Management Act 2021, which states that a receiver of a county government revenue is responsible for the county executive committee member for ensuring that the revenue for which the receiver is responsible is collected or recovered and is accounted for.
Governor, you may want to give us a response, but before you do that, what are the revenue estimations for the CRA's estimation for Elgeyo Marakwet's revenue? OSR.
Thank you, Chair. As per CRA estimation for Elgeyo Marakwet, the revenue potential for this county is 1 billion and 78 million Kenyan shilling.
1 billion. Governor, you're able to see how far off the mark we are. We are at 274, around 275 million. So the first issue that we need to look at is the provision of documents, Governor. Why were documents not provided for audit review?
Chair, I will respond. The first item, Chair, public health service fee is actually monies collected or made from medical examinations, food handling, hygiene, vaccinations, and inspection of buildings done at public health offices in the county. And therefore, we have the copies of the registers attached to this, Chair, in Annex 3 and Annex 4. On this, I think the challenge was, I think these were not provided at the time, but I think, Chair, all these documents were available, and we have them now here with us, Chair, because anytime we do, we actually have the receipts. And Chair, we also want to say that at that time, we had not automated fully our revenue collection. And I want to confirm to this committee that now, Chair, you don't have to even have all this because our system now is fully automated. We have a Safaricom system now that is, we are fully digitized on revenue collection in Elgeyo Marakwet County. So, Chair, also the second item is on the property rent. Which is the documents that we're saying were missing. This is an amount collected from plot rent, market stalls, house rent, and ground rent. Market stall registers, valuation roll, and house rent collection have been provided as marked as Annex 5. Chair, we have also provided that documentation at Annex 5. You can see some of them are even payroll products. Also, we have the market stall rents attached.
Yeah.
What land rates?
And also, you can see the land rate, the register, Chair. And then finally, it's about the land rates, which again, the rates applied during the year as stipulated by Schedule 3 of Elgeyo Marakwet County Finance Act. The county government has been unable to update the evaluation roll, Chair, due to the inadequate funding. However, Chair, the county has secured some funding, and we are actually in preparation this financial year in updating the evaluation roll through the Kenya Devolution Support Program, which we are awaiting for commencement of the program so that we can be able to update this evaluation roll, and it will help us to solve this challenge on the land rate, Chair.
Maybe let me just start with the evaluation roll.
Yes, Chair.
The auditor is asking that you charged 788,607, but there was no valuation roll. So they did not know how you charged the leases to collect 788,000. Did you have, at the time of audit, an existing valuation roll that you referred to?
Chair, we have a valuation roll, but
that time,
yes.
Did you have it?
Because we have an evaluation roll from the year 2006, which we are using. That's why I said, Chair, we are in the process of updating.
So the auditor is asking that during that time of audit, you did not provide it, which is contrary to the law that has been cited there.
Chair, I think the challenge was non-provision, and Chair, I think...
what is the justification?
The challenge was only the provision. I think my team...
That is a challenge, and it
think
requires
the challenge
justification.
Yeah.
Yes. It requires justification.
I think, Chair, this committee has taken a position on this matter.
Yes.
That failure to produce documents at the point of audit is a breach of the law. The law is there. Our clerks can read the law for the governor. Then you know what is required to be done to officers who do not provide documents during audit. But I'm very interested, Governor, on this question of automation. When did you get automation? When did you fully, when did you start automation?
Chair, the first, we had a system, I think way back, my revenue officer is here. We had a small system before I came in as governor, which was not very functional, especially on land rates and these other land rates, property rent, and even this public. It used to be just to collect cess, which was using a very outdated system. But when I came in, we updated the system, and we now have a very good system that covers the entire ecosystem of revenue collection.
Okay, so is market stall rent part of the
current system?
Yes.
Yes.
Since when? That's the question I'm asking.
I think we start this financial year is when we started all this, but the previous financial year was for the cess and the other revenues and even market rent. But this financial year is when we have covered the entire ecosystem of property and even land rates.
Chair, I wanted to ride on Senator Sifuna's question, because I remember very well we had an engagement with the governor and the Safaricom. Was it 2023? And I thought the books for 23-24 then should have been automated. But what the auditor has told us is it's like they were prepared using QuickBooks. I thought you already have a system in place, and that system should be able to help you to raise the revenue from 275 to maybe even close to $1 billion, maybe 500, 600 million. And then secondly, Chair, is he has answered what I had wanted to ask, because if you check in the report, there is a roll valuation, a draft from 2006. You know, that is basically too long. And it's written draft. I saw somewhere draft. And
how are they relying on if it is a draft and it's not been approved?
No, you can put to him after I'm done, because I thought, you know, between 2013 and 2022 they should have done something. And you are part of that team also, because you were a deputy governor from 2017 to 2022. I mean, this draft is too long, and I don't think it's very expensive to do a valuation roll. I know, of course, there might be resistance from the people because you'll raise the rate.
You know, Chair, I wish the Senator for Marakwet would have allowed me to... Yes, Elgeyo Marakwet would have allowed me to conclude
Yes,
my line of
Sifuna.
thinking. Because, Governor, there is an annexure there you've put for market stall rent for
Annex.
Iten Town, which is an extra file. That's for the receipt of revenue, the red file. What is that document, Governor? That's the Annex 5 there. What is that document?
Chair, this is meant for market stall rent, and this is the challenge that we had before automation, Chair. And that is why I was saying that we had to have a serious engagement, which we also involved our senator, to ensure that we transform this ecosystem. The challenge that we did not have automation on this time was we were verifying all the documentation.
That's why I was asking, when did you start automation? Because if you look at, there is a document there you have attached for stall number 14, under the name Julius Korir. Chair, it is one of the four, I think the last page of that annex, before the analysis book, the black thing. So you will see stall number 14, Julius Korir. Governor, you were elected in 2022. These are manual entries we are seeing as late as 5th of March 2025. Can you see the last entry there of 5th of March 2025?
Governor?
An extra file.
Yes, I can, Chair, allow me to give it to the receiver of revenue.
What your document is telling me, Governor, is that market fees were still being collected manually as of March 2025. Isn't that the case? That's what the document is saying.
I don't think this is correct, because we are fully automated now.
These are your own documents, Governor, unless you want to discard them. Annex 5 has 4 pieces of paper. There is one I can see for Victor Kemboy. I don't see the stall number. There's Julius Korir. There are entries there, manual entries.
Yes.
You can see them. The last entry on the stall number 14, 2,500 shillings, there's a receipt number and there's a date.
Chair, I will give, but I want to believe this is just a backup manual, because, Chair, we currently produce just an
Governor, you don't need to believe, because you should be having the answers.
Yes, I have
the
the
receiver of revenue is here.
And Chair, this conversation is happening because we have been fully briefed by the Auditor General. If indeed you are automated, they would see it. It's not something you can hide, Governor. And it will come to my last concern, Honorable Chair. If you look at what we've been told is the revenue potential for Elgeyo Marakwet, it's supposed to be 1 billion Kenya shillings. But you go to your financials, it said 1 billion. 1 billion. And if you go to the report of the Auditor General there, Chair, at Roman numeral 7, you will see that in financial year 22-23, you are able to collect only 213 million, which is less than a fifth of what we're being told is your revenue potential. In the next year, you collect 274. But, Chair, if you look at that table closely, you will see that out of the 274 collected, 194 is hospital bills, which we have taken a position as a committee here, that is not revenue for a county government. So my math is terrible, but if you take away 194 from 274, you are left about 80 million. That is your actual revenue for Elgeyo Marakwet. In terms of percentage, it's less than 1% of your potential. And these are the things, Governor, if you see the stories in other counties that have fully automated, like your friends from makwiny, you like to quote them because of the work that the governor has done there, there is actual value in full automation. So what is the current situation in Elgeyo Marakwet? Are you fully automated or not, and when did you get this automation?
So, Chair, this system was jointly developed by us when we met the Safaricom in 2023, and in 2024 we started with parking. We progressively went towards land rates. We started with parking, cess, and then we went towards land rates. And Chair, our biggest support that we would want to achieve is actually on land rates, which we are focusing on the evaluation role. And secondly, Chair, I want to say that on the 1 billion that we have been given by CRA, it's again split as per the guidance from the Senate into FIF for the hospital bills and the normal revenue, which FIF is supposed to be 600 million, 400. So our revenue potential, just for in record, is 400 million. And Chair, the also biggest challenge was in my county, majority of the challenges, apart from even automation, was the poverty levels and the kind of subsistence farming that we are doing. Much of the farming in my county has been just subsistence, but we have now transformed them into commercial agriculture through revenue, contract farming, which we have seen the challenge. We are now starting to improve. The biggest also other challenge we have had in Elgeyo Marakwet is insecurity, which covers the entire Kerio Valley, and that is where we get a lot of revenue from the mango farming and fruit farming. From this year, you will see a lot of changes because that security issue now is being dealt with by the government. So, Chair, we have other challenges beyond the automation, but I want to tell you, I want to confirm to this committee that by the next time we'll be back to this committee, the automation will be full across, including alcoholic drinks. All the
Governor,
other,
I can let you go immediately. You tell me the date you onboarded the market on your revenue system. Just give me a date. When did you start markets as
market
automation?
The receiver is confirming to me that it started in July this year.
2025?
Yes.
Okay, Asante Sarage.
Chair, maybe one quick one. Governor, on the issue of the security situation in Kerio Valley through the chair, I'm not very comfortable with, because you remember a priest was killed recently. So I hope you are not saying that there is, I hope there is relative peace and calm in Kerio Valley. But some of these issues that have been raised by receiver of revenue, one, I want to know, since you are just 3 questions, on the issue of agency fees, how much are you paying Safaricom? Number 2, how many revenue streams have you onboarded into this automation? And how is the coverage? Does it mean network coverage across the county is well captured? Then my 3rd question would be, this valuation role that the OAG has complained about, have you allocated funds? Or do you have an updated draft? Because I've heard Senator Dulo saying a draft, saying final. Have you allocated funds to ensure that you have valuation? Because you cannot collect and you cannot onboard revenue streams without having an updated valuation role. And then finally, through the chair, in quick succession, I have seen your nextures, especially on. I hope the Solomon Kandie is still with the county. Is still the receiver of revenue. Okay. You are not an ISPAC member. What is your profession, Solomon Kandie? As I ask my question on this, sorry, Chair, I just lost something I wanted to ask. What is your profession, Solomon Kandie?
Thank you, Chair. My profession is economics and mathematics teacher.
Economics and mathematics teacher?
Yes.
Okay. So, Chair, I want to go to, I was looking for note number 10 on SES. On SES, this livestock, Governor, you collected 1 million, but in the financial year before, that is note number 12, financial statements 1, note number 12, you collected 1 million. That will be my 4th question. But in the previous year, you collected nothing. That's 1,055,181.
Where are you reading?
Financial statements. Page, that's why I say note number 12 of page 9. On the certificate of OAG.
For the actual, for the executive.
No, for a receiver of revenue. Maybe OAG, you can give chair one of your. So, Governor, I hope you are there.
This is number.
You are in note number 12 on issue of cess.
It's not one.
Note number 12.
Cess is not one.
Note number 12, isn't it so?
Those are the notes.
Note number 12, number 1.
Yes.
Number 1. Is it note 12, number 1? Note number 1. Okay. On the cess, the breakdown, Governor, what happened with the livestock that you collected 1 million in the year that came, but you didn't give us the collection of 2022, 2023? So that you tie up, there is this timber lock cess. How do you collect? Generally, I wanted to find out, how do you collect your cess? Is it also automated? Because you can look, there is manure cess, charcoal cess, brick cess, scrap metal cess, timber lock cess. So you can add with this one of business. Number 3, single permit business. I thought there is a growth of business in Elgeyo Marakwet.
You know, Chair, even Senator Cherargei has lost me personally. I don't know what's happening with the governor. Because the questions are too many. Allow him to answer one and then we go to the next. Even I am now confused. I don't know whether we are talking about livestock or charcoal.
No, Chair. What I wanted to find out, I have just given an example of livestock. That will be my question number 3, and the governor is writing for your information. He's a very sharp man.
We also need to follow those of us who are not very sharp, like as sharp as he.